Hey, welcome to my channel, Vegas Plant Girl. If you are new here, my name is Rain. I'll be doing another week of planty chores. I don't really have a plan. I kind of just do plant chores whenever I think of it. And lately I've been taking care of like the emergencies, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with the chores. So here we go. So a current project that I need to take care of right now is putting my peperomia hope into a pot. This plant has been a water propagation forever. I think it's been maybe about 5 months since I propagated this thing, and it has just been living in water this whole time. It's got lots of roots. They're very, very fine, and the whole root ball is like so tiny. It's like, I don't know, about an inch long, maybe a little longer. But I think this thing is screaming for a new home. And I do have a little tiny pot picked out for it. So as you can see, it has grown. When I first propagated this, it was just these two sets of leaves right here. And then it sprouted this within the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. So now it's so heavy. Okay, it's propped up like this. I'm gonna go get the pots. I'll be right back. So here's my pot. It was a plastic bottle from something that I used. And I just cut it. I put some slits at the bottom so that the water could soak in and also so I could flush because I'm using pond. So I'm always experimenting and I want to try as many plants as I can in pond because I live in a desert. It's so dry. Like I have to say this all the time. And pond and the self-watering pots that I've got now, saving my life. I am going to try putting this in pond, and I did look it up online first. So Google says that you can put peperomia hope into pond. So I'm going to try it, even though the roots look super, super fine. But we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, I'll do another propagation. I still have my other peperomia hope in my room. It's got lots of these long tendrils. I can always just propagate it again. And I don't know, if this dies, I might try it again in pond, or I might just put it in the aeroid mix that I made. But let me show you a close-up as I do this. Look at them roots, you guys. It looks so funny. It's like a little gnome's beard. All right, so, okay, so there is plenty of room. I'm just gonna fill in around it. You know what, you guys? I also have a little stick here. This is a dowel, and I wonder if I should put this in here with the plant and help prop it up. So these plants can trail. You can allow these tendrils to hang down, but I wonder if it would be nice with this little stick in it. I'm gonna try it. Okay, I'm only gonna put the stick like halfway and fill in around it. So I'll probably have to tie the tendril to the stick. I've got some jute string. Okay. It's not easy holding two things at once and then trying to fill in around. But I can do it. My neighbor's dog is always barking. Actually, I only hear him barking at night. I think when they let him out into the yard, just like barks nonstop. I wonder if he's just like hearing all the different noises outside. He's just excited about everything. I love dogs, but not when they bark constantly like that. I used to have a dog, but only one. It was a black lab. That thing was very energetic. I don't have any pets right now. I've had so many pets in my life. I've had a ferret. I had 3 guinea pigs at once because I read that they like to have company. I had 3 females, and I read that they do better if they have company. So I wanted to make sure they were happy. But oh my gosh, it was such a mess. I was constantly cleaning, like every single week I had to clean that cage. And then the dust from I forgot what it was I had to use inside, but it would get all over my house. So I donated them to an elementary school. There was an elementary school nearby that has like a little zoo. It's so cute. So I got to go visit and see where my guinea pigs were going to be staying, and I felt very happy and comfortable with the setup that they had there. So that worked out. So now there are lots of young children who get to benefit from the little trio of guinea pigs that I used to own. They were the cutest things ever. Oh my gosh. I just wish it wasn't so messy. Like, I wish I could have let them live outside in my backyard. But it's just way too hot here in the summer. They would have died. There's no way they could survive out in that dry heat. Okay, these 4 leaves at the bottom are blocking me from getting the pon into the pots. Those are some cute little 4 leaves, but they're getting in the way of me finishing my job here. This is so much fun. Oh my God, I love playing with plants and putting them in little homes. Oh my gosh. Okay. It probably doesn't even need the stick right now, but I'll just, well, actually, yeah, I'll just keep it in there to let the rocks settle down. The plant is moving now. I hate when that happens. Yeah, I'll keep the stick in there. See, the snake tongue part is coming in handy again. So I can just push the pon underneath the leaves that are blocking me. Look, you guys, isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, I think it's so cute like this. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I decided to do this. All right, so let me just finish filling in with more pon. So there's like one opening here where I can get it in, and then I can use the snake tongue part to like push it under the leaves. I need some on this side too. It's 8 p.m. right now. It's pitch black outside. So I'm using my light, and I feel like my video is going to be kind of dark or like yellowish in tone. I might have to use a filter or something so it doesn't look so dark and yellow. Oh, I'm so in love with this. Oh my God, it's so cute. And you guys will never believe what I made. So I told you guys that I took a ceramics class. I didn't just take one. It's been weeks now since I took my first one. And I think I've taken 3 so far, 3 private classes. And I'm about to take my 4th one on Monday. It is so much fun. I love it. And I started working with porcelain the last time. I threw a couple porcelain cups on the wheel. And I like how they turned out. They're so cute. So I've been doing like just minimalist, I guess contemporary or modern, or I don't know what you call it, but just like straight cylinders. That's what I like. And I'm going to use a white glaze, just like, but not the shiny one. I wanted to make sure it wasn't shiny. I wanted like satin. not really matte, but like, you know, like a satin. And I can't wait to see how it turns out. I haven't put the glaze on yet. They still have to do the bisque firing, but I made them as cover pots. And my teacher who was teaching me, he made the perfect one. So I'm going to use his for this. So he measured it out so that it would fit. So this cup would fit inside the porcelain. And he made it so that there's a cache at the bottom. It's so cool. I can't wait for you to see it. But it's a straight cylinder on the outside, but on the inside there's like a lip so that this plastic cup will sit on the lip, and then there'll be a cache at the bottom for water. So cool. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna die. It's gonna be so cute that it's gonna kill me. I just know it. Oh my God. You know, I wasn't in love with this plant before, but now I'm starting to fall in love with it. This is so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. The 4 leaves at the bottom, and then the 4 right here, and then this long stem going up with it. Oh, I'm dying right now. I cannot believe how cute this is. Like, I thought it was so ugly when it was in here, in this propagation thingy. I was just like, ew, I don't want to mess with it. Like, I was putting it off forever, and oh my God, I wish I would have done this earlier because this is so cute. I want to make sure there are not like huge gaps inside of the pond. It feels pretty stable, but I think it needs more pond. I'm pretty sure the roots are all covered up. The little gnome beard. Okay, last scoop. There. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I can't believe it. All right, I'm going to tie it now with a piece of jute string so it stays on the stick, and then it can grow taller. I wonder how tall it's going to grow. I like the way that jute string looks. It has like a natural look. I just love like the natural materials. Okay, I'm going to tie it underneath these 3. This is like not totally stable. Wait a minute. I'm going to tie a little bow at the back. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute. Wait, it's crooked. I want it to be straight. I've never been a crafty person. Like, I don't know how to do crafty things really. Okay, that's pretty even. That's as even as it's gonna get. Okay, I want to make sure it's more stable. Okay. Wait, I think I need more pond. Okay. That's the last scoop. I need to tie the knot. Tie the knot. I need to tie the bow tie, not the knot. I do not need to tie the knot. I'm not married. I'm actually divorced. All right, this is gonna be so cute. I just know it. A little jute string bow tie in the back. You see, like, I don't know how people get perfect bows. Like, how do you get these 2 to go down like that and make it so perfect? I don't know how to do that. It's just gonna have to be like this. Okay. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I love it. Oh, this has just turned into one of my favorite plants. Oh my God, it's so cute. See, aesthetics matters. It does. Okay, so since I have my jute string out, I need to tie my Monstera standeliana alba variegata to its stake again because nothing grew. Let me see, how much do I need? Okay, so this is gonna live in this cup for now. I need to cut it down. And then I'll put some water. Since this was a water propagation, I think I should keep it as a water propagation for a while until it gets used to the pond. So I'm going to fill the water all the way up to the top. And I wonder if I should use Super Thrive. Yes, I will. I'll use my Super Thrive water. Okay, so let me show you my Monstera. Here it is. It's just a little bit heavy. It's not that heavy. So see this right here in the back? This sprouted out since I put this in this pot. I thought it was gonna grow much faster than it has been, but maybe because I separated it from the other plant that it was with, and plus, I mean, I changed it into like a whole new environment, and maybe it slowed down its growth. But this definitely is new here, and it wants to like go back this way. This plant is so weird. Like, it's supposed to be a climber. I guess it's an epiphyte, but it likes to grow back. See, it's the same thing as this philodendron. Like, this is supposed to be a climber too. And then when it doesn't have a stick or something to grow in, it just grows to the side like that. This is doing the same. Even though it has a pole here, it still wants to like go back. So I'm going to tie it. So I just cut this and I'll put it underneath this one right here, this leaf. There. I'll put it more like to the front like that. Yeah, that's good. I like the way this looks. I like the way the cocoa core, I like bow in there. Okay, good. Yes, that's nice. Well, I don't know, it's kind of weird from the side. So I have to look at it from the front like that. I don't see like the aerial roots attaching to the pole yet. I don't know. Is it ever going to? I don't know. I guess time will tell. What should I do next? I wish it was daytime. I wish I had sunlight right now, and I wish it was daytime so I could just do this all day, play with my plants all day long. But it's close to my bedtime. As soon as it gets dark outside, I just start getting tired. And I don't want to do anything. But for some reason, I have energy today. I think it's because I had 3 caffeinated drinks today. I had 2 coffees. I usually drink 1, and also had a black tea. So maybe that's why I'm feeling so energetic right now, 8:23 p.m. But I definitely have the time to do another plant right now. I wonder which one I should do. Oh, I know what I should do. I should do my daughter's neon pothos because she wants a new hanging plant. So I should hurry up and start that for her. That's what I'll do. Okay, this is the part I'm going to cut off. It's so funny that this is the only part of the entire plant that has like a dark green spot. It looks really pretty. I wonder if it's starting to revert. But I'm going to cut right here. So I'll have 2 leaves and there's some aerial roots and there's 2 nodes, I think. So I'll just clip it right here. And I'm going to let that scab over just a little bit. Okay, I lied. So there's actually quite a few spots that are turning the dark green. I wonder if this plant is reverting because it is in a dark room. So I'm going to cut another piece because I'm going to do an experiment. I'll just chop it right there. Good morning. So my phone was about to die last night and it would not let me record anymore. So I wasn't able to finish the propagations of the neon pothos, but I just let them out. I left them out. I put some rooting powder on them and I just left them out overnight to let them scab over. And first thing this morning, I came and I found this one here was starting to wilt. So I just put it in water and I'm just gonna let this soak up the water and come back to life, I hope. I think it just got dehydrated. So I'm going to do 2 different propagations, and I want to experiment with different ways of propagating. So this will be a water propagation. This one I'm going to do in pond. And here is the hope that I just did last night. The wood is already soaking up the water. I should probably cover it with something so it doesn't get rotted, but I don't have anything to use, so what is happening? A bunch of air bubbles just came out right now. So, I mean, I guess it's going to take a while for it to rot. I'll just leave it like this. I don't think that hope is going to stick to the stick anyways. I don't think it has attachments like aroids do. So I'll just leave it for now. But here's the container I'm going to use for the pond propagation. Oops. So I'll just let it hang out like this. And I did cut little slots down here at the bottom. And I'm going to be putting this in this outer container. So I'll fill this up with water. And then I'm going to keep the water line below the cut because I want it to be an actual propagation in the pond and not a water propagation. I think this container is a little bit too large for this propagation, but I didn't have anything smaller. So it's going to be using up a lot of pond, but I'm hoping that the roots will grow pretty quickly and then fill up this whole bottom portion. And then that way I won't have to repot too soon. Whenever I do water propagations, I always leave them in there way too long. I think my peperomia hope must have been in that water propagation for like almost half a year. I think it was like 5 months or something. And it was the same with my ZZ plant. I had a ZZ plant propagation and, well, I had 3 of them. One of them is still in water. I think it's been half a year for that one. It's probably gonna stay like that forever. The other 2 I have now potted, but I probably waited a little bit too long for the second one because the leaves started to yellow. So I'm thinking I should probably do all my propagations in pond from now on, so that way I don't have to worry about it. And then I can give it the Super Thrive solution while it's in the pond. And I don't know, I just think it's a better situation. Okay, this thing is having trouble standing up on its own. Okay, I just found this tie, twist tie. Wonder if there's something I could do with this just to help prop it up. So I'll just coil it at the bottom and then see if it'll prop up like this. Okay, I'm having trouble getting this to prop up in the pond. I think this is just a little bit too small and it's just too heavy over here with all these leaves. So I'm going to take off this last leaf right here. Bye-bye. So then now I have more of a stem to put into the pond. I hate killing off leaves like that, but it's not working. Okay, so I have to dump this out and start over. Let's see if I can get it deeper. Yeah, I'm going to put it much deeper this time. Much better. Okay, that is much more secure. There. Cute. Well, this is going to be dropped in here. it fits so that it doesn't go all the way to the bottom. So then I'll just fill up the water like up to here. I think the stem goes to right there, so just below. All right, so now I'm going to fill it up with my Super Thrive mix. So there are my brand new 2 propagations, 1 water, 1 pond. So we'll see how they do in comparison to each other. I know it's not equal because this one has less leaves than this one, and this one was like wilting this morning, whereas this one was like much more firm. But we shall see what happens. I just want to see which one's going to grow roots faster. I feel like the one in pond is going to grow roots faster. That's just me though. And I will definitely keep you guys updated. I am putting alcohol, 70% rubbing alcohol on these leaves because this looks suspiciously like mealybugs to me. My poor ugly plant has been dropping leaves and it does not look well. I hope this helps. Good morning, guys. This is my Hoya curtisii, and you will never believe what I found underneath, growing out of the pot. What the heck is that? Oh my gosh, how is there a mushroom coming out from the bottom of my pot? That is so weird. I've got it in this plastic container and as a self-watering setup, and I guess I haven't been giving it enough air. Oh my gosh, that is the funniest thing ever. What mushroom is this? I hope it's not a poisonous one. I'm definitely not gonna eat it. Oh my god, that is so scary. I didn't know that that was possible. So I moved my Hoya curtisii from my bathroom area. It was on my bathtub. It was getting lots more light. And I wanted to show it off on my brand new shelves here, but I'm not getting as much light in this area. I bought a grow light to put here, but I haven't gotten it yet. So I guess since it's in this darker area, and I have been so lazy with this thing because I put in a self-watering system. And the reason why I wanted to do that was so I wouldn't have to like water it constantly. And the plant is doing great. Like the plant loves being in here. It has grown and this thing is thriving. But because I haven't opened up this pot, I have not changed the water out or like given it air or anything. It has sprouted this fruiting body and it kind of grosses me out. So I'm going to take care of this right now. I'm going to take this outside to my backyard. I'm going to pull off this mushroom and throw it away. And I'm going to throw away this plastic pot. And I don't know, I'm going to have to find something else to put this in where it's going to get more aeration. And I guess I shouldn't be so lazy. I should change the water out every week or so, at least 2 weeks. It's probably been like this for a month, maybe even longer. And I kind of want to use vinegar to clean the outside of the pot. I don't want to put vinegar like inside the soil because I think vinegar kills mushrooms, but I think it can also harm the plant. So I don't know. I don't know what I should do because I'm sure there's like mycelium all throughout the soil. And I don't think it hurts the plant. I think it's actually good for the plant because there's good stuff happening with the soil. But I just don't want this popping out again. Like I'm not trying to grow a mushroom farm in my house.
so gross. It smells. There it is. I cleaned it with Dawn soap on the outside of the pot, and I put some white distilled vinegar on the outside of the pot. I drenched it, and now I'm just letting it sit in the sun for like 10 minutes. I know that's not going to kill whatever mycelium is inside the soil, but it just makes me feel better that I have it cooking in the sun for a minute. Plus, I just want it to dry up. So there it is. I'm sure the mushroom will live on within the soil, but I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on it and change out the water. And I'm wondering if maybe I should not do the self-watering system with this for a while and see how it goes. I'll let the soil dry out, but I wonder if the Curtisii is a Hoya that needs more moisture than other Hoyas. So I'm a little bit worried that's gonna dry out too much, but we'll see how it goes. I'm also going to take propagations of this plant so that I can have a fresh start. I'm going to put the propagations in pon. This looks like a good cutting point here. I am going to spray this thing with Neem Max because this is an antifungal and it's safe for the plant. It smells. All right, I'm back. So I had cut a few of the tendrils off of my Hoya curtisii earlier today, and then I had to go to work. So they've had time to scab over on the ends, and now I'm going to put them in pon in this plastic cup. And I put drainage holes at the bottom because I want to be able to flush the pon. I want to clean it out because I've got some pon in glass containers with no drainage, and it's accumulating like buildup at the bottom. It looks dirty, and I don't like that. I don't like how it looks, and I don't know if that's good for the plant either. So I'm going to start flushing these out from now on. And this is going to be my cover pot because I don't like the look of algae either. I wonder if I should cut off this leaf. And more. I might have to use a trellis for this. All right, so I feel like the cup is too tall. I don't think the roots are going to be very huge with this plant. Could probably cut this down like halfway. That's what I'm going to do. I'm using my titanium scissors, and I do not recommend you do this at home because the plastic, you can get cut. But I'm cheap. I don't want to go out and buy plastic pots with drainage holes. I am in the process of making my own ceramic pots, but it's taking me time because I don't have a lot of time to spend on my hobbies, and especially the pottery. I have to drive so far to go to the studio. So it's going to take me time to start accumulating nice ceramic pots that I like to use for my plants. I've been designing all different kinds of pots, like self-watering pots and inner and outer pots, like cover pots with like a matching inner pot that has drainage holes. I do prefer using the clear pots for the inner pot, but I don't know how to make clear glass pots. Like there's no way I can do that. I'd have to find a manufacturer or something. Ceramic I can definitely do. All right, so that's kind of crooked, but that's the best I can do. I could have used a razor. Like I used a box cutter the first time, but I don't really like using this. Like a little bit dangerous. I'd rather use the scissors, but it's just hard to get a perfect cut with a cylinder like this. All right, that's as good as it's gonna get. And I'm gonna need a trellis to prop the plants up. So here's the little trellis I just coiled up, and I'm gonna put my pond in. My pond has completely dried out since I rinsed it. So that's good. I like it like this because it doesn't stick to the spoon. You know what else I'm gonna make with my ceramics? I'm gonna make a tiny shovel. This shovel is too small. And then the other one I have is too big. So I'm gonna make my own ceramic shovel that's like medium sized. That'll be like perfect for scooping pond. I really love using pond for some reason. I love the way it looks. The aesthetics of it is nice for me. And also I like that you can flush it out. So you can like clean it out. I like having clean plants. Like that mushroom freaked me out. I just want to clean all my plants all the time now. Oops. I'm kind of debating whether or not I should only keep plants in my house that are able to live in pond. I think I kind of want to get rid of all the soil just because it's like, it's so dirty and it's difficult to tell when it's time to water it. Like I feel like with the pond, it's so easy to tell. Like you just know because you can see it dry out on the top. But also if you have a cache with water, just like at the bottom, you can see when the cache is empty. Like to me, it's just so easy. And then with the Super Thrive solution, like you don't have to wonder if your plants are getting enough nutrients or not. And it's just like, I don't know, it's so easy just to use Super Thrive every time you water it, rather than having to remember to fertilize the water like once a month or something. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna put this in. I have to put rooting powder first. Just put a dab on the end there. Got 3 stems. I'm doing this in my bedroom on the floor right now because it's dark outside. I like making my videos on my balcony outside during sunrise, like in the evening, because it's so nice outside. But my neighbors, they're so loud. I can't make my video without the background noise. Like their dogs are just barking so loudly, like constantly. And then they like yell at their dogs, and it's just so much background noise. So I can't do my videos out there right now because the weather's nice and everyone wants to be outside. That makes sense. People should be allowed to hang out in their backyard and have fun. So I'm just doing this. I'm just doing this in my bedroom right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna bury the very end. Wait, I wonder if I should put the trellis first. Yeah, I forgot to put the trellis. Oops. Okay, I need to dig this in somehow. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna have to dump it out. Note to self, if you need to bury something in pond, you have to put it in before you put in the pond. Okay, I have to start all over. You know what? Maybe I should get one of those, what do you call it? The cone. I don't know why I can't think of the name of that thing. right there in my head, and I can't reach it. What is the name of that thing? A funnel. I need a funnel. I wonder if, you know what? I could make a ceramic funnel. I can make a ceramic funnel. Ceramics is so much fun. There's so many things that I could make. Like, there's so many ideas. I just wish I had more time. Like, this whole mushroom business, sometimes I am, I guess, a little lazy. Like, I'll see something that needs to be done, and then I'll go get a snack instead. But I have to take care of myself. Like, my health and well-being is important. Like, if I'm thirsty, I should go drink. If I feel hungry or depleted, I should go feed myself, right? Like, I can't be slaving away over my plants all the time. And I don't know, some people might say, well, you shouldn't have that many plants then, because I do have a lot of plants. But I love it. I love doing this. Like, it's fun for me. Like, finding that mushroom, even though I was like grossed out by it, it was still funny. It was so funny to me. Like, I love surprises like that. It makes life interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna try to bury this. This is always the hardest part. Getting the plant in the trellis and getting it to stay. Okay. I'm gonna put all three of this in the same little container. All right, I'm just gonna lay it like that and then put more pon on top. Oops. I hope these leaves do okay. I think I touched them with the vinegar when I was cleaning the outside of the pot. So I hope I didn't burn them. They may not show signs of distress right now, but it might show up later. So I hope they do okay. Oh. Look how small the stem is. Like, I didn't leave much room to bury. I don't want to cut off any of the leaves though, because it needs to photosynthesize. I should have made the trellis lower. I'm gonna put these rocks in one by one with my fingers so I don't disturb and move the plant out of the way. So I've got this stem like pretty close to the surface. I don't want to bury too much of it because I don't want it to suffer stem rot. I think that is why my first Polynura died, my fishtail Hoya. I think it was because of stem rot and leaf rot because it was buried too far deep in the soil. So I'm keeping this as close to the surface as I can, and the roots will grow as long as it's getting moisture, even from the air, because there's going to be humidity created within the container. So it will get the moisture and the roots will grow down into the substrate. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm just going to reach in and get the biggest pieces for the top. I just want it to be secure enough that the plants don't fall out when I move this around. So this is going to be a pond propagation and not a water propagation. I'm not going to put the water all the way up to the surface. I'm only going to put it in the cache. So I need to cut my carver pot down. Ah, it's too long. Oh no, I've ruined it. Oh my gosh, I have to cut this shorter. I might just make it like a cache, like a dish instead of a cover pot. I wanted it to cover the pond so that it doesn't get algae growth because I really hate the way that looks. I don't think it's like that bad for the plant, but I just don't like it. I don't like to look at it. It's not aesthetically pleasing to my eye. Okay, I'm gonna put another rock on top of this. Okay. Oh, so I need to be able to put the inner pot in and out easily. And that's the problem I'm having with designing my ceramic pots. I'm trying to make it look aesthetically pleasing, but like easy to handle at the same time. It's not easy. Plus, I just need to develop my skill to make the pots look nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. That works. That'll work. All right, so now I'm going to give it the Super Thrive water. Or I wonder if I should give it regular water first because it has rooting powder. I'll just give it regular water the first time, and then I'll start giving it Super Thrive after it dries out. Okay, let's get some water in here. I'm going to moisten all the rocks from the top because I want them all to be hydrated. Because I'm pretty sure that they don't wick the moisture up from the bottom, I don't think. Because I see the rocks drying out at the top. I just want to make sure that every little pebble has water in it. So I used to be so scared to get water on the leaves because one of the first plants I learned about was the prayer plant, and you're not supposed to get those leaves wet. It'll die. Like, I guess it gets a fungus problem, and the leaves or the plant will die. And so ever since I learned about that, I've been scared to wet the leaves of my plants. But I'm pretty sure Hoyas are just fine getting their leaves wet because they come from tropical places and they can withstand a lot of humidity, and the leaves are not like fuzzy like the prayer plant, so I think they're okay. Okay, so I can see the water line is up to here right now, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. My new little Hoya curtisii propagation. I want to propagate my Hoya lacunosa also because it's got a couple strands where the leaves are super, super silver. Should I show you guys right now? I don't know if the light will allow you guys to see the true color of it, but I'm going to bring it over and try. So this is my Hoya, I think it's a lacunosa. Like it wasn't ID'd, it just says Hoya on the pot. But I looked it up online. It might be a croniana, which is a lacunosa, I think. And most of the leaves are pretty green with like silver splash. But this, okay, there's only one strand, I think. Yeah, one strand where the leaves are so silver. Here, let me show you a close-up. Okay, do you see that? Like this leaf right here is super silver. See that compared to like this one, which is like green with the splash? And this one is like half and half. So like half of it is super silvery and then half is green with splash. But like this whole strand right here has like really, really silvery leaves. And I kind of want to propagate this. I wonder if I could get a whole plant to look like this. So that Hoya lacunosa is the one Hoya that I've gotten to bloom so far. And I've got it in my west facing window where it gets direct, like mottled sunlight. So it's in a really good spot in the house. But I think it'd be so cool if I could propagate that. I can't do it right now because it's like 8:16 p.m. right now, and I don't feel like cutting it and waiting for it to scab over and then doing this again. I have to look for another container for that one, but I'll do it sometime soon. I have so many plants I want to propagate, but I've got some emergencies like my variegated peace lily. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's wilting. And I don't think it's from lack of water because I've been giving it water. Something's wrong with it. The soil looks like so muddy and like sticky. So maybe it just needs to be repotted in a different soil. Um, but it's looking really sad right now. So I need to take care of that. And the mushroom thing, that was an emergency. Like I would have taken care of my peace lily today if I didn't have to take care of that mushroom this morning.
How about some updates? So here are my neon pothos propagations. I had them both set up in the same area here in front of this window. And I have some news. I'm going to show you guys what the roots look like and if there are even any roots. Watch this. So just as I suspected, the water propagation is taking longer to root. So that's what that looks like. And I need to put more water in there. I might just transfer this over to the pond. And now let me just pull this one out for you to see. Okay, just pull this out so we can see the inner pot. And there's a root. You can see it right there. And it looks pretty big too. So that's very interesting to me. That makes me want to propagate all of my plants now in pond. But something else I noticed, which is interesting, is that the water propagation, the plant is like more plump in the leaves. Like it's just really like they're firm. And actually, yeah, so I think it did grow, it grew a third leaf because it started only two. So there's three leaves in the water propagation, but no roots. And then the leaves with the pond, like they feel more limp, but it has the root. So I feel like the energy from the plant in the pond is going towards growing roots. And then the energy in the water propagation, like it's going towards the leaf. So that's interesting to me. I don't know. You guys can do what you want with that information. I am definitely going to try doing more experiments like this, like taking two propagations from the same plant and then doing one in water, one in pond, and just see what happens. It's just fun for me. Unfortunately, these white things have spread around the plant despite me having put alcohol on the leaves, and I've decided to give up on my ugly plant. And here is my Hoya curtisii, the one that had the mushroom at the bottom. It has been sitting here and I haven't watered it since I took the mushroom off and washed it. So the leaves are now starting to pucker. I'll show you. You can see the leaves are starting to pucker. To be honest, I am scared of this plant because I don't want another mushroom to come out. But I'm going to give it some water right now. I don't want to kill the plant. I'm probably going to take more propagations from there because the propagation is doing quite well. I'm going to show you that next. But I'm going to go ahead and give this some water right now. So my Hoya curtisii propagation has been living inside of the cabinet. So I like putting my props, especially my Hoya props, in the cabinet so that it gets more moisture from the air. And I'll show you a close up. There it is. It's looking just fine. Very beautiful. No puckering on this one. It's staying hydrated. And as far as roots on this one, I took it out and I do not see any roots yet, but that doesn't mean that they're not there. I just think that they're probably just really small. I think they're just tiny and fine and I can't see them yet on the outside, like on the surface of the pot. I've also got a lot of trellises I want to do. Like with my Hoyas, I have my propagation, the Carnosa Queen that I propagated. I don't know how long ago. It's been weeks, like several weeks. It's doing really well. And I want to repot it into pond. It's in perlite right now in my cabinet.
and I want to make a trellis for it. Like I have all this fun stuff I want to do, and then I keep getting these emergencies. But I'll get around to it sooner or later. But I'm going to stop for tonight and I'm going to start winding down for bed. So I'll see you guys next time. Good night.